Hey everybody, welcome back to Berger Creek Homestead. So, as you can see, we don't have a fence. That's a problem. This is our cow fence. This is going across a tributary to our Berger Creek. Empties into the Berger Creek probably about 600 or 700 yards from here. But as you can see, it's a nicely flowing creek, especially after it rains. When it rains a lot, it brings a lot of debris down with it, like this, and bigger stuff. And floats it right through this, where we have 10 pieces going across this creek to keep our cattle in. As you can see, we don't have 10 pieces. I'm guessing they're downstream. I think I can see one about 50 yards away. I'm gonna go see if I can pull those suckers back over here and repair this, because our cows have been getting out, and this is something that needs to get repaired soon. So let's go see if we can get this.
Oh yeah, cool rock. Well, we have found our 10. That's both pieces. And it's under a tree that not only fell across the creek like this before, that tree did not come from over there. So this is what I'm talking about when big stuff floats down this little tributary. It turns into a raging washout, and this is a prime example because I don't have a clue where that tree come from. But as you can maybe see, there's nothing that big right here. So it at least made it, you know, a couple hundred yards or something, back where bigger trees are. So yeah, that's massive. The only thing that stopped it was a pretty decent sized sycamore that's already kind of growing in the creek. But I'm gonna pull this 10 out, bring it back up, and show you how I secure this all back together, because we got to get these cows in here.
So I've started to get this debris out of the way and get these kind of moved back up and a little bit more taut. They don't have to be perfect, but this top one needs to be secured to something, and I'm going to secure it to this tree stump, which is still very much in the ground. And this will be what we hang our 10 off of. These guys here, they're sort of straggling underneath. They're getting tight on that post over there, and they're tight again at that tree past this creek. So this center, we need to be able to give a little bit, so that the next time logs or whatever comes downhill, hopefully this 10 and everything kind of moves up for it. The only thing we want this here for is one, to cross the creek, and two, to give a little bit more fencing so the cows don't try to push up against the 10 and come out this way. They have historically never done that on this homestead, but I don't want them to start now. So I'm going to start tying up, after I get this up here, start tying up my 10 pieces. And I gotta watch out, because here's the channel of this little tributary, and it definitely goes like up to my knees. So I'll dunk my entire boot under, and I'll have wet socks. I gotta be careful. All right, so I know that looks pretty scraggly, but this will hold and still give. That's what I want. These guys, like I said, they're just running across. They're just doing their own thing. No big deal if they're super tight. I just wanted most of that debris off. Like I said, we got to get these cows back in here soon. So next I'm going to put my 10 pieces up here, and we'll see how it all looks and flows and whatnot. Now to hang that, I'm just using electric fencing wire, not the high tensile stuff. It's very ductile, and it's basically like, you know, like baling wire. how nice this one already lays, and it sags it down to the point where even now a cow's not going to want to get under there. Cows don't really like ducking under stuff very much, and that's low enough even a small cow like our Dexters aren't going to want to go under that. So now that I've got this crossing all kind of straightened out and ready to put cows back in, I want to go ahead and button up the small areas where the barbed wire is kind of loose, tie the barbed wire together before it's posts, just to make sure that that's also secure and ready for Dexters.
Okay, we're coming up on my first look at the other side of this creek tributary. It definitely doesn't look as bad off for wear, but we're going to need to do a little bit of cleaning up to it as well. Shouldn't take too long.
So now I just got to get this buttoned up.
Well, as you can hopefully see, this electric fence is quite a bit more taut now, running across this creek. The way I did that is I took one of these insulators and I just used it as a tensioner, and then I clipped that to the barbed wire. I can't get any closer than that to that barbed wire now. And our fence is tense enough to move along. Now up here, I want to make a spot a little bit closer to our T-post so that it kind of, butts up against there a little bit. But this creek crossing is finished. Okay, I'm on the other side of the creek, and I think I see this tree would make a great anchor spot. I just need to move this piece of barbed wire a little bit lower so they don't touch. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, I've got this ran. We're not touching. And I've got these bunched together to tighten this up a little bit. I need to throw a clip on this after I tension it back up, and I'll be ready to move on. All right, they made it back in their paddock. Laura, the bigger one here, got shocked on the way down, being a little too curious. Now she knows the fence is on. Hopefully Fagin figures it out pretty soon too. All right, everybody, that's all I got today. Thanks for watching. God bless.